right hand is open at the end. You know what that means? It's open, so you don't lose that time frame when you go into the beat. You know what I mean? That's the thing you want to check, eh? So just try that. And you know what? Now, that one you were doing before. It's double bass. What? Listen to me. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. Okay, just 1 minute. That one you need double bass. The other one, when you go, that's one fill by itself. This is, see what I mean? Those are two separate pieces, eh? So that's what you think you forgot. No, 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 because right now you're doing that, but you got your bass drum going like this to it, and it's not doing anything. So what you do is you got to add double bass. So you got to put your other foot on that bass drum pedal, right? Now let's just go over the fill, okay, Caleb? Let's just go over the fill. You're gonna go and start with your right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, remember, do that. No, watch.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Okay, follow me for just a brief second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Left. I'll do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Left. And then you go into the beat. Okay? Just do that. Oh, you do two. Back and
It's easier this way.
now there's the other one. And
I like it this way, but it's so
see
much
that
easier.
one makes sense, because in timing, I was just going to keep the timing going for you like this, the meter, and I want you to hear why it makes sense, because you're going to start to hear that fill around a meter, and you'll hear now it gives you, when I said, you heard me say and, right? With that and, that means that's the ghost note that brings you back into the regular beat. So you're not missing a beat somewhere. Okay, so you try. You go ahead and you do the fill, and then go into the beat after. And I'm gonna keep a metronome. Okay, all right.
Do I do it? Okay.
And that makes sense. And see how it's following? And
Ah.
and now you're
That
speeding
was
it up.
faster.
Yeah, and you see what happens every time you go faster? What happens?
You mess up.
Mess up bad. Everybody wants you fired. Now all of a sudden, no more money in your pocket. Living on the street, collecting bread off the sidewalks. Maybe the odd dime and nickel. Go to Brand Food and get some maybe some cheese. That's all you can live on when you do those fills. You don't wanna live like that, do you? You wanna live, you want more money in your pocket, right?
Yeah. I want to have $1 million in my pocket.
Doesn't everybody want that? Yeah, me
I
too.
want $1 billion.
Yeah, I'll never have it, but you know something? It's good to dream for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then you work harder, right? Towards that $1 million. So remember, when you speed it up,
How much money do you get each band you play?
millions of dollars. Like I just make million. I just don't like it. It's too much money. It's so much money. I gotta give it away. That's how much there
You
is.
don't give it away.
You know, it's so much. It's like unreal. Just enough to. Actually, it's just
You know,
enough.
like how much money do they give you each band?
I make enough money so I can buy milk because I gotta buy some milk. So I make money to buy milk. That's what happens. That's just what I need. I live on milk and hamburgers. Milk and hamburgers. But let's just say if you speed up and you're beat, you gotta speed that fill up. Because remember, you gotta follow me. I'm the metronome. And right when you speed up, I gotta speed up. And you gotta speed that fill up, right?
Yeah.
So, but did you notice when you kept it slow for a little while? You're right in the pocket. You know what I mean? But you're still having problems with it.
Yeah.
Right. You know that yourself, right? It's still, I mean, it's rough. It's not smooth, but it's there. It's right. It's getting it smooth. That's all. So remember, when you go and you're gonna want to play it faster, because I know you're gonna want to play it faster. What happens to your sticks? What happens?
You get messed up.
Because you want to go faster. We were doing this before. No, because you're only doing one bass drum. See, now you're making it worse. You're not doing two bass.
See, you mess up when you go fast.
But see what I mean? When you go faster, if you're trying to play your sticks really high, you can't make the fill because there's too much you have to do. What you do is, remember I told you this before? Put your sticks closer to the skin. Because you can make them go faster, smoother in the skin, and you stick them closer to the skin, right? That's why, okay? Now, what was the second one? You were playing that at the beginning when you first got here. The second one, because I want to put that with a metronome. Okay? No.
Oh.
No.
I don't know.
You were playing it. You were playing it for me. Right at the very beginning, before we went into this harder one. You went, no. 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 You went left foot bass, there. Left foot bass, there.
Yeah.
See? See, now that makes sense. Hear me? Hear my tapping? You're now making sense. Now you're playing along with the metronome. But now you're leading with your right hand.
What about?
That little one won't fit. You don't, when you're playing a drum fill, you don't 99 times out of 100, you don't go backwards. That's what you're doing. You're going backwards, backwards, backward. You're going bass and higher. You gotta go high, low. That's why they make the drums small, medium, large, and larger. Because that's how most music gets played by. You go from the highest to the lowest. So that's why I was gonna get you, instead of leading with your right hand, because right now it doesn't sound right, because you're doing the low tom first, and then you do the high tom. And you know what's happening? Your left hand is taking, nothing really. You're not getting used to leading with your left hand. You're so used to leading with your right. So let's lead with your left hand now, and we'll hit that tom-tom, then that tom bass, that tom, that tom. Right. Yeah, now, you know what it did? Did you see what it did? But did you see what it did? What it did for your hands? What did it leave open for you?
It left the.
Like when you're done playing it, when you're going left lick bass, snare, left lick bass, left lick bass, snare, what's wide open? Right hand's open. And you know why it's better that way? Because now you're going to come down on the beat at the right time. You're not having to struggle your left hand.
Just like.
You know what I mean? Now. See, now when you put that in, it's good that you put it with a bass drum beat, but you got to make sure you're on time, okay? Time is everything. Doesn't matter if you're the most famous drummer in the world. If you're not playing it on time, nobody wants you to play, because then you're messing the guys up front. You're messing them up. They want a drummer that plays on time. So when you hit that cymbal, you're gonna be following my metronome. This is my sort of whatever metronome, okay? Now you try that again. Same thing you did. Now, to try and get away from all this, you gotta be in control. You gotta want to be in control. Drummers have to be in control. So let's try that cymbal hit again and be in control. You don't have to hit it hard. Just touch it. I want you to be back into the beat. Just make sure you hit it on time and make sure you're following this, okay?
Imagine people hit cymbals like this.
Yeah, did you notice that? Did you notice something?
Huh?
Did you notice something when you hit it?
It's way. You can't hear it well.
Way, what's that? Way? What do you mean, way?
The sound, like, you can't hear it.
No, you gotta.
You can hear it a teeny tiny bit.
There's the right way to.
Oh, never mind.
See what I mean? There's a right way to drive a car and a wrong way. There's a right way to hit that cymbal and a wrong way. When you hit it just like a ting, nobody's gonna hear it, and you're not doing nothing for that cymbal and the sound and the music. You gotta hit it on an angle. The cymbal's there, you gotta hit it on an angle, and that creates that sound, right? Just like when you hit that cymbal up top there, same idea. Okay? So now, let's go through that fill again. The second one, do this little cymbal, don't hit it hard, and I want you to be following my metronome, okay? Actually, you know what? That's getting kind of hard to do for you over there. Why don't you hit that little one over there? It's easier, right? See, it's easier. Right? Yeah. You go ahead, I'll find you. See, now you're keeping better time now with your time. And you know, with that left, when you lead with your left hand, you're leaving that right hand wide open to come down and play at the right spot and back into the beat. It just falls off that cymbal and right into the right.
Whoa.
Lead with the right, kind of hard.
Wait.
See, Now I'm double timing my metronome. I'll just hit one side. Gotta be easy too. Okay, so you're getting well, you should know the idea of why I keep meter with you. You know what I mean? Now, are you hearing it? You hearing my stick hit the
Yeah.
rim?
Yeah.
Does it throw you off? What's it do for you?
Huh?
What's it do for you?
It keeps you in time
But does it keeps me in time? Does it keep you in time?
a little bit.
You should say a lot of it. A little bit's no good. A lot of it is super great. And that means, you know why? That means you're listening to it more than expected, which is even better. Because that's your number
Wait,
one.
this is pretty much the metronome too.
That's number one. It's a metronome of 3 metronomes. Okay, 3 different types of beat. But there's that metronome that's either a quarter beat or an 8th beat that means everything that you have to follow. So when you go into all these fills, cymbal hits, triple, whatever you're doing, that is still in the back of your mind. So you're not depending on that anymore, or the snare anymore. You're depending on that little metronome that's going off in your head that you want to get used to, that you're used to counting and being really, really sure of when you play your beats. That's pretty much all it is, eh? Just to be sure of what you're playing on. You've got an idea better than when you first started. And now one more, I want to just touch over something. Do the second one. What was the second one?
Oh.
You did it. You did
Oh, this one. I was close. You know them good enough now that you're polished up on them. We straightened them out. Remember, you're only doing 1 beat. Now we got you doing the 2 underneath, which is a good one. That's what we want to hear is the 2, right? Double bass. So at home, remember when I get you to go home and practice all this stuff? Yeah, like.
Are you practicing with your feet?
I don't even know why I played like that. I played like this. I played like this. It like that.
Alright. You know what happened? You know what you're doing right now? All you're doing is using those 2 fingers. These 3 fingers aren't doing anything right now. I want you to go really small. The same. Now, did you notice something? What just happened when you went smaller? What happened with your hands?
They started going like lightly.
No, when you went lightly, what did your fingers do?
They have been in the
Yeah. They went underneath, didn't they?
yeah, See,
go like this.
see what those little fingers are doing? They're making it do this. Now, if they weren't there, you're gonna have to throw your stick down and depend on the bounce. But if you
Why
want,
did it play like that in first?
nobody plays like that.
I know, it's weird.
It's all you're doing. All you're doing is depending on your rebound. They call rebounds whatever the bounce is. But you wanna be in control of your stick, right? So when you go